Hello. Today's video presents 7 verbs that declare a person to be guilty of some offense. The first word is the everyday use of the verb to blame, which is to say or think that a person is responsible for something wrong, and to hold someone responsible for an accident, bad situation, or a problem. The traditional pattern is to blame someone for something. The pattern to blame something on someone is more recent, and some purists still object to it. It is so well entrenched in everyday idiom now, however, that it can be safely used except in extremely formal contexts. This is why hardly anyone sees anything odd in saying, "Blame inflation on the government. Don't blame it on me." The investigators blamed the accident on low visibility. Accuse, on the other hand, is a more specific term here and may be used in formal or informal, official or personal contexts. An investigating committee may accuse an office holder of wrongdoing. A neighbor may accuse a man of playing his radio too loud. If we compare the usage of blame and accuse, we see that we use accuse when we actually say it, but we use blame when we think that person is responsible for doing something wrong. You do not necessarily say it out loud. Also, while you blame Tom for crashing his car, you may accuse Tom of doing the same. Observe these examples. After robbery, Sarah blames her husband for failing to lock the door. Here, blame takes a for clause, which shows why the person is blamed. On the other hand, accuse may take a complement, which expresses a state rather than an act. Sarah accuses John of being responsible for the robbery. The next word on our list is charge. To charge in the context of declaring a person to be guilty is a verb that means to accuse formally, usually before a court. By extension, the verb charge would mean to accuse informally of a violation of some accepted standard. For example, police can charge the driver if they are right driving recklessly or under the influence of alcohol. Here, this is a formal charge where some court of law could be involved. Our next word is incriminate. Incriminate means to charge a person with a crime directly or involve that person in a crime by damaging testimony. For example, anyone can be incriminated in the court of law by an eyewitness who may have seen them at the scene of crime. If someone incriminates you, it suggests that you are being responsible for a crime. This means that there is some strong evidence or even witnesses available for someone's involvement in an act of unpleasant or unacceptable standard. Tom claimed that the drugs had been planted to incriminate him. This means that Tom was sure that he was being implicated in this accusation. Look at this example. The defendants are afraid of incriminating themselves and say no more than is necessary. In popular usage, incriminating evidence would refer to the evidence that tends to indicate that the accused is guilty of the charged offense. Moving on, we see that indict and arraign are legal terms, where indict is charged officially and makes subject to an appearance before a jury or judge. You probably hear the word indictment frequently on crime-solving television shows or the news, but you may not know the actual definition. To be indicted or receive an indictment means you are formally accused of or charged with committing a crime. The indictment contains basic information about the charges being leveled at you by the state. Look at this example. A grand jury is expected to indict him for murder. Now, this would refer to that a formal charge has been leveled at this person. To arraign someone is to call the person before a court of law to be charged. It's like you are presenting an account, a record of the thing the person has done wrong. You're outlining a formal charge in court. Arraign can also be used more broadly to describe any accusation of wrongdoing. Last but not the least, to impeach means to charge someone with doing something wrong, specifically a high government official such as the US President, a senator, or a federal judge. To impeach is to discredit or call into question, or it is also to question a person's actions as their motives are doubted. In the United States, the House of Representatives impeaches federal office holders and the Senate sits as the court. From President Andrew Johnson in 1968 to Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, there have been such key moments in the US political history. Keep watching This Space for more nuances of words. Happy learning!